We're about to embark on what I'm calling the 10-minute holiday for your eyeballs, a spectacular flight over the one and only Dubbo. If you've got a cuppa, get comfy. If you're meant to be working, just minimize this screen when the boss walks past. We're taking a virtual trip, no tickets required, over a true gem of regional Australia. It's a place where the sky feels bigger, the people are friendlier, and the pace of life is just, well, it's just right. Now, where exactly are we? We're floating high above the heart of New South Wales, a place that's kind of the central station for country life. Dubbo is a city that perfectly blends the old with the new, and you'll see it all from our magnificent bird's-eye view. It's a place I've always had a soft spot for, mainly because you can get a decent parking spot and a top-notch meat pie without having to remortgage your house. From up here, the world slows down. The cars look like tiny toys, the worries seem to shrink, and you get a real sense of the beautiful, sprawling landscape that makes this part of the world so special. So, buckle up. Metaphorically, of course. We're about to soar over green parks that look like someone's dropped a giant emerald blanket on the ground. We'll cruise over golden fields that stretch out to the horizon, looking like they've been painted by a very enthusiastic artist who only owned yellow paint. Okay. First things first, let's look down at this incredible patchwork quilt spread out beneath us. It's like someone took all the best shades of green and stitched them together. You've got the deep, lush green of the parks right in the middle of town, looking like perfect little oases. Then, you have the lighter, more olive green of the bushland that hugs the edges of the city. And scattered in between are the sports ovals, those perfectly manicured rectangles of turf where local legends are made every Saturday afternoon. From up here, you can almost hear the faint echo of a crowd cheering a last-minute goal. You see that massive green space over there? That's Victoria Park. It's the city's backyard, a place for picnics, for kids to run wild, and for people to just lie on the grass and watch the clouds go by, which is kind of what we're doing, only with a bit more horsepower. It's amazing how a city can have so much open space. In the big smoke, a patch of grass this size would have a skyscraper on it by Tuesday. But here, it's preserved for everyone to enjoy, and linking them all together are the tree-lined streets, creating green corridors that make the whole city feel like one enormous garden. It's a reminder that nature isn't just something you visit on the weekend here. It's woven into the very fabric of daily life. Now let your eyes drift over to that magnificent shimmering thing snaking its way through the entire scene. That, my friends, is the Wambul, better known as the Macquarie River. From up here, it doesn't look like a powerful force of nature. It looks more like a lazy, glittering serpent sunbaking in the afternoon light. It twists and turns without a care in the world, as if it's in no rush to get anywhere. It's the absolute heart and soul of Dubbo, the reason the city is even here in the first place. For thousands of years, it has been a source of life, a meeting place, and a provider for the Wiradjuri people, the traditional owners of this land. You can see the bridges connecting the two sides, little stitches holding the community together over the water. And if you look closely, you might spot tiny little specks on the water. That'll be someone in a kayak, having a paddle, or maybe a few pelicans doing a spot of fishing. It's a river that's not just looked at, it's lived on. The river is the reason the parks are so green and the trees are so tall. It's a constant, life-giving presence. Following its path from the air is like tracing a line through history. You can imagine the early settlers choosing this very spot to build their homes because of its reliable water source. You can picture steam-powered paddle boats chugging their way upstream, carrying supplies and connecting this remote outpost to the rest of the world. All right, brace yourselves, because we are now flying over something truly world-famous. Look down there at that vast expanse of open plains, dotted with what look like little herds of, well, everything. That is the Taronga Western Plains Zoo. And let me tell you, this is not your average zoo where animals are in little concrete boxes. This place is the real deal. It's so big, you could fit about 300 football fields inside it. You can see the huge open-range exhibits, designed to look just like the African savanna, the plains of Asia, or the Aussie outback. See those long-necked figures gracefully moving near that cluster of trees? Giraffes, just casually strolling about, probably wondering if our plane is some kind of weird, noisy bird. And over there, You can see the big open area for the rhinos and the zebras. It's incredible. The whole philosophy here is about giving the animals space, and from this perspective, you can see they've absolutely nailed it. It's a 5-star resort for animals, complete with room service. This zoo is a massive deal for conservation. It's not just about letting us gawp at amazing creatures. It's a world leader in breeding programs for endangered species, especially rhinos. As we circle around, you can see the main loop road that people cycle or drive around to see the animals. It looks like a little racetrack from up here. Imagine being down there, cycling along, and having a giraffe poke its head over the fence to say good day. It's that kind of place. Now, as we float over the city, let's peel back the layers a bit and talk about how this all came to be. From this high up, Dubbo looks like a very neat and tidy place, but its history is rich and rugged. The name Dubbo comes from the local Wiradjuri language. It's thought to mean red earth or head covering, which makes perfect sense when you see the color of the soil around here, especially at sunset. It's a name that grounds the city in a history that stretches back tens of thousands of years, long before any buildings or roads appeared on this landscape. The city as we know it really started to take shape in the 1840s. A fella named Robert Dulhunty, who was a bit of an adventurer, set up a massive sheep station here. From there, a small village began to grow, centered around a courthouse and a pub, the two essential pillars of any good Aussie town, really. From our vantage point, you can still see the bones of that early settlement in the layout of the central streets, a classic grid pattern that speaks of colonial planning and big ambitions. Then came the gold rush in the 1860s, and things really took off. While Dubbo itself wasn't a major goldfield, it became a crucial supply hub for all the hopeful prospectors heading out to try their luck. And of course, the railway arrived in 1881, and that was the real game changer. It connected Dubbo to Sydney, cementing its status as the hub of the West. From the air, you can see the railway lines still radiating out from the city like spokes on a wheel, a testament to its long-standing role as a center for transport and trade. Okay, let's zoom in on a landmark that's a little less cuddly than the zoo. See that imposing set of buildings right in the middle of town with the high stone walls? That is the old Dubbo jail. It looks pretty formidable, even from up here. It operated for 119 years, from 1847 all the way up to 1966. And believe me, it has some stories to tell. It's a stark reminder that life in the old days wasn't all picnics and paddle boats. This was a place of hardship, justice, and sometimes absolute terror. It's weirdly fascinating to see it nestled right there, amongst the shops and cafes of modern Dubbo. From our aerial perch, you can make out the distinct layout of the prison. 8 men were hanged here, and their ghosts are said to still wander the corridors. It's one of the most intact and best preserved old jails in the country, which is either really cool or really creepy, depending on your point of view. What's amazing is that this place, which was once a symbol of fear and punishment, is now one of Dubbo's top tourist attractions. People willingly pay money to go inside and get locked in a cell. It's a bit like paying to go to the dentist, but with more history. From the sky, it's a solid historical puzzle piece. But on the ground, it's a living museum that offers a powerful and slightly spooky glimpse into the darker side of Australia's colonial past. It's a must-see, even if it does give you the heebie-jeebies. Let's glide in a little closer now and take a look at the beating heart of Dubbo, the city centre itself. From up here, it looks like a perfect, orderly grid, a classic design for a country town with big dreams. You can trace the main streets like Macquarie and Talbragar as they form the main arteries of the city. Down there, life is unfolding. People are grabbing a coffee, kids are heading home from school, and businesses are humming along. It's the engine room of the whole region, and even from this height you can feel its quiet, confident energy. Look at the mix of architecture. You've got the grand old Victorian buildings with their intricate iron lacework balconies, standing shoulder to shoulder with modern glass-fronted shops. Those historic buildings, like the beautiful old post office and the courthouses, tell a story of civic pride and 19th century prosperity. They were built to last, to make a statement that Dubbo was a place of importance. You can also see how green the city centre is. Unlike some concrete jungles, Dubbo has made sure to keep its trees. The streets are lined with them, providing shade and softening the edges of the buildings. It makes the whole place feel more human, more livable. You can spot little pops of color from public gardens and roundabouts. It's clear that the people here care about their city, not just as a place of commerce, but as a place to live and enjoy. Now let's pull back a bit and lift our gaze towards the horizon. Look at how the city gives way to the vast open plains that surround it. This is the landscape that defines western New South Wales. As far as the eye can see, there are fields of gold and green, stretching out under an enormous, brilliant blue sky. It's a view that makes you feel both incredibly small and incredibly free at the same time. This is what they mean when they talk about big sky country. The horizon feels like it's 1,000,000 miles away, and there's nothing but clean air between you and it. Depending on the season, these fields can be a vibrant green with winter crops, or a sun-bleached gold, shimmering in the summer heat as they wait for harvest. From our perspective, they look like a giant abstract painting. You can see the straight lines of fences and farm tracks crisscrossing the landscape, evidence of the hard work that goes into feeding the nation. This is prime agricultural land, the food bowl of the state. This landscape is what gives Dubbo its sense of space and freedom. You're never far from the countryside. Just a few minutes' drive from the city center and you're out here surrounded by this incredible openness. Watching the shadows of the clouds drift slowly across the fields below is one of the most relaxing things you can witness. It's a slow, gentle dance of light and land. This view reminds us of Dubbo's place in the wider world, not as an isolated town, but as a centerpiece in a vast, productive, and stunningly beautiful part of Australia. Come on down. Well, our 10 minutes of pure relaxation are just about up, and it's time for our virtual flight to begin its descent. I hope you've enjoyed this little peek at Dubbo from above. We've seen the lush green parks, the winding Macquarie River, the incredible open plains zoo, and the golden fields that stretch on forever. We've had a glimpse into its history, from its ancient indigenous roots to its pioneering past. From up here, it's easy to see that Dubbo isn't just a stop on a map. It's a vibrant, beautiful, and fascinating place with a character all its own. But here's the thing about a virtual tour. It's a bit like looking at a photo of a brilliant meat pie. It's nice, but it's not the same as actually taking a bite. The real magic of Dubbo is down there on the ground. It's in the friendly g'day you get from a stranger on the street. It's in the taste of the coffee from a local cafe, the sound of the kids laughing in the park, and the feeling of the sun on your face as you cycle around the zoo. So consider this your official, personal invitation. Come on down and see it for yourself. Come and explore the old Dubbo jail if you're brave enough. Come and have a face-to-face meeting with a giraffe at the zoo. Dubbo offers this incredible blend of peace, beauty, and adventure. It's the hub of the West for a reason. So next time you're planning a trip, or just need an escape from the everyday, think of the views we saw today. Dubbo will be here, ready to welcome you with open arms. Thanks for flying with me. See you on the ground.